The forces arrayed against us are, and I use the word most carefully, formidable. They are entrenched and powerful. They are, as I have taken some pains to explain, the forces of imperialism acting through their instruments, neocolonialism and colonialism, ably assisted by the agents of the Cold War. They operate in worldwide combinations at all levels: political, economic, military, cultural, educational, social, and trade. And not all, and through intelligence, cultural, and information services. They operate from European and African centers, using agents who, I'm ashamed to say, are often unpatriotic sons of Africa, buying personal satisfactions with the betrayal of their country's safety and integrity. They seduce leaders. They seduce leaders of the African political, trade union, and people's organization, thus creating rifts and quarrels within the national front. On the broader front, they are amassing their forces in a determined effort to stay the advance of African liberation and the march of unity. It is not accidental.
Beginning the Enlightenment, of course. I think we're at the end of a 300-year run of a liberal vision of the world. However you want to call it, or maybe some call it the modern. And I think that vision is in some trouble, not predicting its demise, not yet, but it's in some trouble now because in the last 30 years, to this day, since the end of the Cold War, that liberals around the world have pursued a rather extreme ideological version of modern liberalism, which precludes and excludes other possibilities, both intellectually and economically, to the point where I think the leader of the liberal world, the United States, of course, had committed what Paul Kennedy defined as imperial overreach, both externally and internally. Externally, it's gone too far in trying to impose its vision on the rest of the world, on so many countries, to some extent, in some cases militarily, to rather disastrous consequences. And internally, it's taken this vision of the world which places the individual as the autonomous basic unit of society at the center of the universe. Internally, it's gone pretty far since the Reagan and Thatcher revolution with the neoliberal economic doctrine that has led to tremendous inequality in developed countries that are generating this backlash against the liberal tradition, both the liberal tradition and globalization itself. Mm-hmm. And these problems are not being solved. So I think that's partially how I see it from the outside, from a non-liberal society, the trouble with the liberal.
Which will be useful for everybody to carry on in life.
So unity is very important. Without unity, you cannot achieve anything. All through history, great things have been achieved because the people who achieved them came together with a common purpose, and they achieved that purpose.
We must change our attitudes, our minds. We are going to see that we create our own African personality and identity. It's the only way in which we can show the world that we are ready for all.
The idea of a united African government has not been achieved yet. It's the youth. They should stand up
and make use of the foundation the old people have done to build something better for the future.
The only way Africa can become itself is through unity, nothing else.